Reddit, I'm bursting to share the sweetest, most heart-melting love story of my life. I, 27F, married my best friend, 27M, and it's like living in a warm, endless dream. It's a long one, but every moment is so full of love. I need to pour it out. Grab a cozy blanket. This is gonna be a ride. His name's Lucas, and we met when we were 10 in our tiny beach town, where the sea sparkles like diamonds and the air smells like salt and magic. I was a quiet kid, always with paint on my fingers, sitting alone at lunch because a bully snatched my sandwich. Lucas, with his wild hair and a grin that felt like sunshine, slid over and pushed half his peanut butter sandwich toward me. "We'll share," he said, his eyes kind. That moment stitched our hearts together, even if we were too young to know it. From then on, we were glued, building sandcastles that touched the clouds, racing bikes down sandy paths, and lying on the beach to whisper secrets under a sky full of stars. He was my safe place, my favorite person in the whole world. In middle school, we'd spend hours exploring. Lucas would fix my broken bike chain, and I'd paint him silly pictures of us as pirates or astronauts. Our town thought we'd be a couple someday, but we'd laugh so hard. Just friends, I'd say, ignoring how my heart fluttered when he'd carry my art supplies or tease me about my messy ponytail. Lucas was my goofy, fix-everything buddy, and I was the dreamer with paint smudges on her cheeks. But deep down, I'd feel a spark when he'd look at me a little too long, or when his hand brushed mine. I never said a word. Losing my best friend would shatter me. High school didn't change us. We'd study together, sneak out to watch sunsets, and talk about our big dreams, me painting in galleries, him building machines that changed the world. I dated a musician who was all talk, and Lucas had a girlfriend who didn't laugh at his silly puns. We'd comfort each other after every breakup, sitting on the pier with ice cream, our feet dangling over the water. I'd catch myself staring at his smile, wondering why my chest ached, but I pushed it away. Love was scary. Friendship was forever. College pulled us apart. I went to art school in Miami, chasing colors. Lucas studied engineering in Seattle, chasing gears. It hurt to say goodbye, but we promised to stay close. We did late-night calls, silly texts, and long letters filled our days. I'd tell him about my bad dates. He'd rant about girls who didn't get him. Every story ended with us laughing, and I'd feel it. Nobody else was Lucas. My heart whispered I loved him, but fear screamed louder. What if I said it and he didn't feel the same? What if I lost my anchor? Summers brought us home, and we'd fall back into our rhythm, swimming in the ocean, sharing fries at the diner, watching fireworks. But in summer 2021, when I was 24, everything changed. I came back for our town's bonfire festival, and the beach glowed with pink and gold, like my favorite paintings. Lucas was there, fixing his dad's old boat, his shirt sleeves rolled up, his grin brighter than the sun. He looked different. Same Lucas, but my heart raced like never before. We spent the day together, roasting marshmallows, joking, and dancing to the music by the fire. It felt like we were kids again, but something new hummed between us. When the crowd left and the stars took over, we sat by the dying fire, the sea whispering softly. Lucas got quiet, his fingers tracing patterns in the sand. "Mia," he said, his voice low and shaky, "what if we've been missing the best thing in the world?" My breath caught. I tried to laugh, but his eyes found mine, deep and full of something I'd always hoped for. He took my hand, his thumb brushing my skin like a promise. "You're my best friend, but you're my heart. I've loved you since that sandwich, since every sunset, every laugh. I can't hide it anymore." My world stopped. The waves, the fire, my fears, they all faded. I'd loved him too, in every quiet moment. Every time his smile lit me up, every night I missed him so much it hurt. Tears spilled as I whispered, "Lucas, I love you too. I've loved you forever." His face softened, and he pulled me close, our lips meeting under the stars. That kiss was magic, not just fire, but a homecoming, like every piece of my soul clicked into place. The sea sang, the fire glowed, and I knew I'd found my always. We didn't rush. Our friendship was too precious to risk. Long-distance love was tough, but we built it on years of trust. We sent letters, his with doodled machines, mine with watercolor hearts. We'd call every night, sharing dreams and fears, and every visit felt like stealing time from the stars. When we finally lived in the same city, our first night together was like the sky exploding, love, laughter, and a feeling that we'd always been meant for this. 2 years later, Lucas took me to our beach at sunset, the sky blazing red and gold. He knelt in the sand, holding a ring he'd made, a simple silver band with a tiny blue stone like our ocean. "Mia, you're my home, my heart, my every sunset," he said, tears in his eyes. "Marry me and let's love forever." I was sobbing, my yes barely a whisper, but he heard it, pulling me into his arms like he'd never let go. We laughed and cried, the waves cheering us on. Our wedding was last month, on a cliff above the sea, with the wind carrying our love to the stars. I wore a flowing dress, flowers tucked in my hair. Lucas wore sneakers, because he's my silly boy. Our vows were promises to share every sandwich, to hold each other through storms, to love with every breath. When we danced, his arms around me, I felt like I was floating, my best friend now my husband, my heart so full it could burst. The stars above us twinkled like they knew our story. Now we live in a little beach house. My paintings cover the walls, his tools are everywhere. We laugh over burnt toast, argue about who's better at board games, and kiss like it's our first time. Every morning, I wake to his sleepy grin and awful coffee, and I'm so happy I could cry. At night, we sit on our porch, the sea glowing under the moon, and he'll whisper, "Still glad we shared that sandwich?" I'll snuggle closer and say, "It's the best thing my heart ever tasted." Some friends aren't happy. My old roommate Sarah had a crush on Lucas, but never told me, and she's been distant since the wedding. I feel bad, I didn't know, and I hate that she's hurt. Our friend group feels different now, and some say I changed things by loving him. It stings, but Lucas is my world. Was I wrong to follow my heart? I don't think so. Marrying my best friend is like living in a sunset, warm and golden, wrapped in love every day.